My name is Kate, and I moved to a small town with my husband, Alex. About a year ago, we wanted a fresh start, away from the busy city life. So we found a cozy cottage in a peaceful area surrounded by hills and rivers. We loved it there, fresh air, beautiful nature, and a quiet pace of life. We even started thinking about starting a family soon. Our neighbors, Sarah and Ryan, lived just a few houses down. Sarah was kind and welcoming, and she and Alex quickly became friends. They would often chat while I was busy with housework, and I didn't think much of it. Ryan worked long hours in the city, so he was away most of the time. Sarah, like me, was often home alone. At first, everything was fine. Alex and I would spend our weekends together, enjoy the town's calmness, and occasionally visit Sarah for coffee or dinner. But over time, I noticed Sarah starting to ask Alex for help more frequently. She would ask him to fix things around her house or help with her garden. I thought it was nothing, just neighbors helping each other out. But I started to feel uneasy. As time went on, Sarah seemed to be dressing up whenever Alex was around. She would wear nice clothes, even when she didn't need to. And the way she smiled at him started to make me uncomfortable. It wasn't just friendly, it seemed flirtatious. I tried to push those thoughts away, telling myself that I was just being paranoid. But one afternoon, I came home early from the store and found Alex at Sarah's house, fixing her fence. They were talking closely, laughing together. My stomach sank. I tried not to overthink it, but I couldn't help it. It didn't feel right. That evening, I asked Alex, "Why do you spend so much time helping Sarah? Is everything okay?" He looked surprised and said, "I'm just helping her with some things. Kate, Ryan's away, and she needed help with the house." I wanted to believe him, but something in the way he said it didn't sit well with me. I started to watch them more closely. Every time Alex went to Sarah's house, I tried to find a reason to visit too. Sarah acted normal when I was around, but I noticed the way she looked at Alex. Her eyes lingered longer than necessary. It felt like she was trying to get closer to him. One evening, Alex came home later than usual. I asked why he was so late, and he told me he was helping Sarah with her car. I didn't believe him. It felt like he was hiding something, but I didn't know how to ask him directly. That night, I couldn't sleep. I was filled with frustration and doubt. I needed to talk to Alex again. The next day, I saw them talking outside again. They were standing a bit too close, and Sarah was laughing a little too much. I couldn't take it anymore. I walked outside and asked them what was going on. Sarah smiled at me, but there was something strange about it. "Oh, Kate, we were just talking about the garden," she said, but I could tell she was lying. I looked at Alex, and he didn't say anything. His silence made everything worse. Later that night, I sat down with Alex and told him how I felt. I said, "I don't like how much time you're spending with Sarah, and I don't like the way she acts around you. It's making me uncomfortable." Alex was quiet for a moment before he said, "I'm sorry, Kate. I didn't realize it was bothering you. I promise I'm not doing anything wrong." I wanted to believe him, but deep down, I wasn't sure. From then on, Alex tried to avoid Sarah. He stopped going over to her house so often. And I noticed Sarah started spending more time alone. Things seemed to go back to normal. But I still couldn't shake the feeling that something had almost happened. A few weeks later, Sarah came over to our house with a small gift, a basket of homemade cookies. She smiled at me and said, "I made these for you and Alex. I hope you enjoy them." I took the basket, trying to smile politely. "Thank you, Sarah," I said, feeling my heart race. She looked around, as if hoping to see Alex. But I told her he wasn't home. Sarah seemed disappointed, but she quickly left, telling me to enjoy the cookies. That night, I told Alex about Sarah's visit. He laughed and said, "I think she's just being friendly. You don't need to worry so much, Kate." But I wasn't convinced. I didn't like the way she kept coming over, trying to find reasons to stay close to him. After that, I decided to take some space from Sarah. We continued to see her from time to time. But I wasn't going to let her get between Alex and me. The more I focused on my own life and the things I loved about our home, the less I thought about Sarah and her behavior. One day, I ran into Sarah at the grocery store. She came up to me with a smile, but it felt off. "You know, Kate, Alex is really a great guy," she said. "I don't know what I'd do without him." Her words sent a chill down my spine. I smiled and said, "Yes, he's a wonderful man," before quickly walking away. As time went on, I began to trust Alex again. I realized that my doubts had almost ruined our relationship, and I didn't want that to happen. Sarah didn't come around as much anymore, and I felt relieved. A few months later, Ryan returned from his job in the city, and everything went back to normal. Alex and I continued to focus on building our life in the village. We spent more time together and started talking about starting a family. I was happy again, and I knew that trust was the key to a strong relationship. Even though I had to set boundaries with Sarah, I learned that open communication with Alex was the most important thing. In the end, I realized that relationships require trust, honesty, and respect. And when you have those things, you can overcome any challenge together.